Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, now here's a video that was sent to me by a good friend George. George, thank you for the video. I truly found it interesting, and that's one of the reasons that I'm sharing it. Another reason that I'm sharing it is because in my last video I had an individual from Australia make a comment that they didn't have any frauditors. Now I might have misunderstood. It could have been that they were pointing out that they didn't have as many frauditors as we have, or they were mentioning that they didn't have frauditors at all. So again, I say I might have misunderstood that comment, but regardless, there's a frauditor in Australia that we're going to watch in a second or two. Okay, now mind you, again, these frauditors all over the damn place. I know for a fact they're out in UK. Okay, and it's just, you know, I thought the U.S., not to sound stupid now, but I thought we were the only ones that were experiencing these problems. But again, it's unfortunate. YouTube got to take some blame. They're letting these people throw these videos out there without filtering them. You would think, you know, YouTube is you know, their ass is on the line also, I think. I know they have certain legalities to cover their asses and what people post or whatsoever, but again, you would think they'd be a little more interested in what their platform is throwing out there to the public, okay? Anyway, let's check out the video so you could better understand what I'm saying here. And again, frauditors in Australia. Mate, hey mate. I love when they say that. Hey mate. Yeah.
Good. That needs to be lodged. You need to rip it off for $20.
That's the state government.
Yeah, I'm sure they need it, mate.
Yep, I'll just get something.
Cop it for another 4 years.
That's a big screen in here. Look at that. Camera.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks, how are you?
Just a form for life concession there.
Yes.
Yeah,
How's it going?
good. This needs to be lodged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we might, yes.
Yeah. Sure you will.
Alright, are you happy just to fill out the credit card form?
Can't we just tap it?
I can maybe get one of the customer service.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not make it around too much. Could have done it online.
I'll just put this gentleman
More than happy.
What?
As I mentioned,
Oh, no, that's all good.
the state government allows. Yeah.
No, they need it.
Yep. This gentleman will just need to fill out this, and then he's got his card.
Yes.
So you still want me to fill that out?
Not the credit card details,
Just
just
the
your
front.
contact
Just the front.
details.
Oh, I'll do my best, having up my glasses with you. Got a pen? Yeah.
Comes in three colours, black or white.
Black's fine, mate.
There we go.
Good lad, thank you. How you going, mate?
Hi mate, good thanks.
Can we help you with anything?
Just having a look around. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask if you're recording any of this at the moment?
I am. Why, is that a problem?
No, just what's your reason for recording today?
Just for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a government building,
Yep.
so recording in here is restricted. So we ask that you don't record, if that's at all possible. If there's a reason for your recording you'd like to discuss with me, I'm happy to have a discussion with you.
I just want to get some recording for myself, yeah, because I have hard time remembering and, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to not record.
Oh,
We'd prefer it if you didn't. It's one of our conditions of entry that you can't record in the building. So I'm going to ask if you could stop recording.
But it's a public building.
It is a public building, but it's a public government building as well. So we can't have you recording in the building.
Sorry?
We can't have you recording in
Why?
the building.
It's a public
For
building.
security purposes. It is a government building.
I don't understand.
We're asking, it's one of our conditions.
So
of
can I
entry.
just politely refuse and just keep on recording?
Well, you can refuse, but we can also ask you to leave.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm just going to refuse and I just want to have a quick look around and yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to ask you to leave the building. If there's anything else we can help you with, we're happy to help you with any questions you've got for the council, or if you've got any questions about any
Yeah, I
of the
just wanted to
services.
find out what departments there are and yeah.
Yep. Well, that information can be found on our website as well. So
Yep.
if you'd like to visit our website, we get you a card for our website. If you have any questions, there's an email address on there as well that you can send any of your requests to that email address.
Yep. Okay. I'm just going to have a quick look around and yeah. Is there other places, offices upstairs? or
No,
something?
you can't get upstairs.
Oh.
That's why, again, they're restricted for that reason, that they're secured floors. The only public space is this area here and the council chambers that are being set up.
So this is the only public area?
This is the only
Yeah.
public area,
Okay.
correct?
How about back there? Is there anything
So
there?
there's toilets back there, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it. They're the only public area spaces within the building.
I'm just going to have a walk around. I'll just grab something from the front and go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Like I
thank
said,
you.
I'm asking you politely to stop recording. We don't want any recording of the
You don't want any recording,
No,
but it's not
thank you.
illegal.
No, we're asking you
Yep.
not to record.
Yep.
It's part of our conditions of entry into the building.
Done online, to be honest.
Yeah. But it's a public building.
Yes, but we're asking you, as a direction, that you have to follow the directions of staff when entering our building. It's a condition of entry, and we're asking you to stop recording.
So how is somebody supposed to remember all this stuff like that's in here if they can't? You
Well,
can't
that's what
record.
we've got a concierge desk here, so that if you do have any queries and you can't remember
Yeah,
anything,
but
you've got the
if
concierge
I come
desk that
for
you
a
can go to.
visit and for me to remember all this stuff, it's better if I take a recording and then I can look at it over at home and backtrack, or maybe I missed that, I missed this.
Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, we've got a concierge desk here to assist you with that sort of stuff.
Is that a sign for no recording? Or?
So the concierge desk,
Oh, okay.
and it says, yeah, no photography or recording.
It says it there.
Yep, that's what the sign says as well. It's a condition of entry.
Permission is required.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that permission at the moment, so I'm asking you to stop your recording.
So how can I get the permission?
You have to get permission through us, and it comes through our media department. And that's only granted on special occasions.
That's not very transparent. I mean, if I tell you that I'm coming to record, then you can hide all the stuff that you may potentially be
we've got
doing.
nothing to hide in here. There's absolutely nothing for us to hide. We're more-
All right, so let me interrupt here for a minute because I found it strange that this individual's implying that if he were to call and ask for permission to go there and record, that would give them enough time to like hide things. Really, like again, I say he's implying that he's going to go there and find them doing something illegal. Now, isn't that some shit? Because I look at, I think we've all been watching Frauditor videos for a while now, and when these guys go into these government location, the only thing I see them doing is aiming their cameras at different people until they find that one person. They could tell by their body language that that's that one person that if I continue to record them, they will eventually get pissed off and get into a back and forth argument with me that they can consider content. Really, okay? They're not looking to catch anybody doing anything wrong. Who are they bullshitting? Who's this guy bullshit? But let me just say that I've heard our own frauditors make that same argument, like Amagansett Press, who has thrown it out there that he doesn't notify people, he doesn't tell people about what he's doing because he wants an organic reaction. Oh, an organic reaction. Isn't this some shit? And what it all boils down to, again, I'm going to say, they're not looking for to do anything good for the people, for rights, for the Constitution. All they're looking to do is make a video with drama because there's a market on YouTube for this type of shit. Okay? So, again, I found it interesting that this guy is trying to sugarcoat what he's doing, let's call it. But hey, let's get back to the video.
I'm happy to show you through the building, and that's fine.
So why can't I record?
Spaces.
Why can't I record?
Because it's one of our conditions of entry, and we ask that you don't record. And we're asking you politely, if you can't stop your recording, we'll ask you to remove yourself from the building, please.
But it's not a law. It's just your policy.
It is a council requirement, and
Council
it's a
requirement.
request from a council
Because
officer.
the law, I've looked up the laws for recording in public for Victoria, and it's the Human Rights Act, and it says that you can record anything you can see from public. So I'm in public now. I have business here. I'm trying to gather information. So, I mean, that policy would be illegal, wouldn't it?
It is completely legal.
Oh, it's violating my
Under the
law.
local law, we are able to set conditions of entry into a building, and the conditions of entry into this building, the local law says that we can set that condition as we see fit as the local government entity, and we are seeing fit to not allow recording in those public spaces. If you do have any questions,
in the public space.
if you have any questions about the law and the policy that's been set, I'm happy to give you a card. That one, that's that one. Feel free to send any of your questions or queries in regards to your public recording.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried it
email
before.
address?
All they're going to do is just say, oh, you need permission, and then when I come here with the permission, you can all know and hide everything that you do, you know, like...
As I said, we don't hide anything from anybody.
I've dealt with the councils before, and that's not true.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that's your
yeah.
experience with council, but I can tell you that that's not what we're about. We're about transparency with everybody. We're happy for you to be here and see those things, but we're asking that you don't record.
That you don't record.
Yep.
Just
It's not just...
even though it's in public, there's no
It is for other
there's no
people's
expectation of privacy in public, though. This is public.
And they're discussing some private information within those areas.
But I could stand there without a phone, and I could still get the information. What's the difference if I'm recording or not?
If you're recording that information, Privacy Act says that we can't record that information that's being shared with the customer service team, and you may get privileged information from some of those people, and if it's recorded, we can't control where that information goes.
Right. I think the law would say that I can't share the information. For me to stand there and hear it or see it when they put their documents in front of my eyes, that wouldn't be me breaking the law. That would be them doing something that is not keeping their privacy in public.
Right now, there's a
So
local
I'm not
law.
going to share this, and I'm not going to share any sensitive stuff or anybody's information. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure of
Are
that.
you
If
willing
I
to sign a
do,
stat deck saying that?
am I willing to sign a stat deck? That's too much to ask. I mean, I'm a citizen.
Well, that's
I'm
what
coming-
we have.
All right, so let me interrupt here for a minute because I found this very interesting as well, this stack or whatever. And I've worked at a company where they had, it wasn't called stack, it was like if I got fired or whatever, for a certain amount of time, I could not share my knowledge of what I've learned while working there with another company. Okay, so I guess, I don't know, it's like whatever, covering one employer's covering his ass or whatever with his employees. But anyway, the fact of the matter that if this guy was truly there checking up on his government employees, wouldn't you think he'd be quick to sign, okay, you're going to let me record, I'm not going to share it to the public, okay? But him not wanting to sign right there, that proves that he's just there to make a video. And this little back and forth bullcrap that he's going through with these two individuals, that's his content. This is what he considered his content. And now, it's unfortunate that these two guys are even giving him that much interaction. I don't know, first 5 minutes, I would have been shutting them down. Yo, this is it. You can't record here, period. Blah, blah, blah. You got to go. Be out. These guys gave him too much conversation as it is. That's the way I see it. But I just had to throw that out about this stack thing. I found that very interesting. I'm sure you guys did too. Let's get back to the video.
When we put our cameras in this room, we all sign a stat deck and the security system to use it to say that we won't share that information.
Right. You're a company. I mean, I'm just a private citizen. I don't really see that I have to do that. Many people should be able to come in. We've all got camera phones now. I mean, why can't we record in the public areas of this is the most important building in this city. It runs the city.
That's fine. What I'm saying is if you're recording in there where there's no recording permitted in that space, it's done for a reason to protect everybody else's information and your own in that space, because a lot of private information is shared across the customer counter, And that is our way of protecting that for not just yourself, but other residents that use this building.
Yep.
So therefore, we ask that no one record in that building,
Yep.
and we have that power to request that of you under the Local Government Act on conditions of entry to a local government building. So therefore, if you're not willing to follow those procedures and that condition of entry,
Yep.
we can ask you, and I'm going to ask you one last time
Yep.
to stop recording, and if you don't, we will ask you to remove yourself from the building. If you don't, we are empowered under the local law to remove you from the building.
Yep. How
So-
you'll have to call the police. I mean,
We don't.
you
have-
can't physically remove.
We can remove you from the building.
You
We
can
ask
physically
you-
remove
We
me.
can ask you to remove from the building,
Yep.
and we can either call the police,
Yep.
or we can remove you ourselves.
You can physically put your hands on
We
me.
are empowered under that local law that we can ask you and remove you
Just
from
for
the
recording in a public area.
No, not for recording in the public area, for not following the directions of staff within a government building.
But all
and
I'm
following
doing
the
is
conditions of
all I'm
entry
doing
to
is
the building.
recording in a public area.
Because you're not following the directions in a government building.
So I just come down here to confirm.
I mean, all I will be doing is just recording in a public area. It's not a crime. That is public. I don't think you can put your hands on me. I mean, you can call the police, but I don't think the police can do anything either. I mean, that sign, it says permission required.
And you do not have permission.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it's a law. There's no law there. It's your
Condition of
thing.
entry is a local law.
Condition of entry is a local law.
Falls under the local law. Entering a government building, condition of entry must be followed.
Can you tell me that law so I can look it up?
Yeah, it's in the Local Government Act.
And it's called condition of entry
Condition of entry to local government.
to local government buildings. You have to follow all their
All
advice.
directions and all conditions of entry. One of the conditions of entry to our local government buildings is you must follow all the advice of the council staff.
Yeah, you have a lot of dodgy stuff. I mean, it's policy, it's not law. You can ask. I don't really believe it. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I will look it up. So, condition of entry into a government building.
Yep.
Law, Victorian state
Under
law.
the local law, yes.
Okay.
Local Government Act.
So in here I can record, but just not in
We're
there.
asking you not to record.
Just in there.
We're asking you not to record.
So is there signs for not to record in here?
I feel like we're going around in circles at the moment. So
No, you're
I'm gonna
not.
ask
Like, there's
you-
a sign there. Is there a sign for in here? Because I looked at the front of the doors. There was nothing when I walked in.
I'm going to ask one more time that you stop your recording now, otherwise I will be getting the police involved.
I'm just going to do one last lap and I'll be gone.
I'm going to
Quickly.
say no to that, I'm sorry.
I haven't
I have
even
the right
been
to
there.
refuse entry.
I
into
haven't
the
even
building.
been there.
I have the right to refuse entry into the building as well, and I'm refusing on the grounds that you're not following our instructions.
Because I'm recording.
Because you're not following our instructions, yes.
Because I'm recording.
You're not following our instructions.
I just want to have one quick look if it's alright.
sorry.
I mean, you can do anything you like. I'm just going to go
No,
have
I'm
a
sorry.
quick look around.
You're not coming through, I'm sorry.
Or you're going to stop me?
No, I'm saying you're not coming through.
Are you going to physically stop me or?
It's a public building, and I'm going to say you're not coming through.
Are you going to stop me? Mate? Can I get your name?
Yep, it's Lee.
Lee?
Yep.
Can I get your last name?
Yep, young.
Yang.
Yep.
And what's your position here?
I'm the building manager here.
Building manager.
Yep.
And can I get your name, sir? Can I get your name? Do you work here? You're kind of in my way. I want to go that way. I thought you might.
I'm just assisting customers as they
Can I
come
get your
in.
name or?
Yeah. My name's Jared.
Jared? And what's your position here?
I'm part of the concierge team.
Part of the concierge. So you're going to physically stop me?
We're not letting you through.
How?
this building.
I'll just squeeze through. It's alright? Can I just squeeze through? I just want to record there. It's interesting.
Can I just get why are you trying to be? Why are you?
This is a public building. I can record.
Of course, but why? That's what
For myself. I want to take pictures.
Okay, but what you've got to understand is there's staff in here. This is an area that's not accessed by public.
That's not accessed by public.
After the toilets, we let people through. Yes. If you want to go to the toilet, you're welcome to.
Yeah, I just want to have a look around there. If I'm not allowed through those doors, I won't go through, mate.
All right, so not to sound like an ass, but this is where I knock the employees. Because for X amount of time, here they are telling this individual, you can't record here. If you continue to record here, you gotta go. Okay? That's it. Stand your ground. I think they gave this guy way too much conversation as it is anyway. First 5 minutes, you made your point. You can't record here, and if you continue to record, you got to go. That's it. Leave it at that. But they kept going back and forth, and here this employee just let them in. So again, I say, not to sound like an ass, but they gave in. Okay. Now, mind you, it gets better. It gets better. They get them out of the building or whatever. But it's just the fact that if you're going to put your foot down and say you can't do something, I don't know. You just got to stand your ground. You can't, like I said it before, you give these frauditors an inch, they take a mile. Okay? And I don't know. Too much conversating, my opinion. Quick, to the point. Get out. Be out.
Because it's a very interesting building. It's a very interesting building. You can do whatever you want. So who would, you would tell them to trespass me, but you can't trespass me, they have to. And the only way they can trespass me is if I'm breaking the law. If that law that you're saying is an actual law, then they'll be able to trespass me, but otherwise, yeah, I don't think so. Ask him. Well, ask him. Come on. Ask him. You're letting me dehydrate.
Then I'm not, I can leave the area, get you a cup of water, meet you at the front.
All right, I'll go outside. Can you? Please, thank you. So when that happened, and then they gave the fourth, I'm like, might as well. People want the fifth now, they're not giving it.
Here you go, Alex, if that's the police are here.
Oh, they're here? How you going?
How you going, guys?
Go ahead.
Good.
Hello.
How you going, mate?
Hi.
Paul from Sutton Police. How
Nice
you
to
going?
meet you. Good, thanks.
What's going on today, mate?
I'm just wanted to come in here and grab some pamphlets
Yep.
and just record. And I walked in here, walked in there for like a minute. And then he saw me, he came up to me and said, oh, you got to stop your recording.
Yep.
So is this not a public building? He said, yes, it is, but you still can't record. I said, is there any signs? He said, it's on the door. So I've come out of that room there and looked at the sign.
Yep,
They said
I can see it. Yep.
They request you, it's a policy of the building.
Yep.
Yeah? And then I said, can I record in that area there then? And he said, yeah. And then he said that I can't record in there. And I said, where's the signs for that? Because there's only a sign on that door.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, there's no signs. And I said, I don't believe you. Then he said that I could record in there. He said that I couldn't.
Yeah.
And then...
So ultimately, you want to get some pamphlets?
Yeah. And I spoke to the police on the phone. He said you can walk in there just to grab your pamphlet. And then when I went...
Have you got your pamphlets now?
No. Because when I went... After I got off the phone with the police, I went to go in and he said, no, but you have to stop your recording.
Okay. Why don't we, to speed this up, why don't we stop recording?
I don't want it. That's the
Well,
whole
then you
point.
can't go inside. So what do you want to do?
But there's no signs that I can't
I can
record.
clearly see the sign from here. I can see the big sign there with the red circle on it saying don't record.
Yeah,
so I can see
but-
it. I've also just told you.
Yeah, but-
So do you want your pamphlets or do you want to go?
That's not a legal sign.
Mate,
That's
I'm not gonna do this all
what
day
if
with you.
that, What
I'm
if
not gonna
that
do this all day with
said? What if that said that the color, based on the color of your skin, you can't go in there? Would you enforce it?
The sign doesn't say that, mate. I'm not going to sit here and do what
My,
is all day.
my human rights. Let me just tell you one thing.
I'm not
My
gonna- I'm not gonna-
Victorian
I'm not going through all this,
human
brother.
rights
I'm not going through all this.
says
brother.
I can record in public.
This is wasting our time. It's wasting your time as well. I'm sure you have better things to do on a Monday. Do you want your pamphlets or not?
I want to be able to record and get them.
That's
the
not what
thing.
I asked. Do you want your pamphlets? Yes or no?
Yes, and I want to be
Okay.
able to record while I do that.
Well, you can't do that. So either
Why?
we can
Is
get
that a
you-
law? Is that a law?
Well, I don't know. If they're asking, if they don't want you recording in their building and it's a council building, they're asking you not to record because they've got personal data. They've got lots of things going on inside that
That's
building.
a public area. It's a
Doesn't
public
matter.
lobby.
I can clearly see the sign. So for what we're going to do right now,
You
is go
can't
by what
enforce
sign
that
says.
sign. You can't. That's just a
Okay.
sign.
Okay,
Victorian
well,
rights.
you're not going to be welcome in there then if you're going to keep recording. So what do you want to do from here?
Mate, if you want to write me up for trespass or something, I'll sue
No.
you. I know I'm allowed to record in there. That's
Well,
a public.
they've
That's a
asked
public
you-
lobby.
they have-
Sorry
they
for
have
pointing
the
that.
right. It's a public space until they refuse entry.
They
As
can't
soon as-
refuse
yes, they
entry if
can.
I'm not
Yep.
breaking the
Yes,
law.
they can. Any person, any place like this, or a McDonald's, or a library, or anything like that, they can refuse entry to anybody.
So if
So as
if
soon
they
as-
were refusing because of the color of my skin, you would enforce
but they're
that.
not. They're refusing you. You're doing the wrong thing.
That's not the wrong
So
thing.
I'm not- I'm
I
not-
can show you the
they're not-
Victorian
they're
rights.
not refusing because you're a big purple dinosaur. Okay, we're not going to keep going through all these what ifs, mate.
Listen, I can
Right.
show you the Victorian
Not interested in-
rights
not interested in-
law, human
Not
rights
interested
law
in it.
saying
I'm
that
going
I
to go
can
by what I'm
record
taught. I'm going to go by
in
what I'm
public.
taught. Okay, this is their building. Okay, if they're telling you that you can't go in there, if you're going to keep recording, then you can't go in there.
Okay, so if I go
It is
in
a
and
public-
record, what are you
it is-
going
it
to
is
do?
a-
What are you
you'll
going? If
be-
I go in now,
Yeah,
what are
or
you going
maybe
to
for
do?
trespassing, you can go to law. You can go to the court over
So you're going to trespass me?
Yep.
You're going to trespass me for what crime?
I just told you, trespassing. They refused your entry. You can't go in. You're going to keep doing this. All right. Any person, any place like this can refuse people entry.
I'll get that trespass. I want to sue you. I want to trespass. I'll sue you.
no worries.
You don't have a right.
I'm not
I've
gonna-
already told you.
I'm
They've
not
told you.
I'm not going to allow you to go in there.
All right, I'm not going to go in, but I want that trespass because that's against the law. That sign is against the law.
If you've got an issue with that, right? Instead of wasting your time here, mate, why don't you send them an email?
Send them an email. They'll
Yeah.
just tell me, oh, you got to.
Send-
They already
send-
told
send-
me.
send Kingston
They
Council an
already
email.
told me. They go, oh, you just got to ring up and we'll make.
Then go
We'll
higher.
give you
Like, what are
permission to
What are
record.
you wanting to get out of this, mate?
I want the public to come in and be able to record their government in the public areas. It's a government building in the public area. My mum can't come in here and wear a body cam. If I wanted to, while she's doing a transaction with the person there, I want to put a body cam on her because when I ask her what did he say, she doesn't remember. Yeah. So if I want to, they're going to come up. No, you got to leave. You got to leave. We got to clear the whole.
That's not what you're
That's
doing
what he
today.
just said.
What you're doing today.
Well,
is
I'm
completely
trying to find out if I'm able to do that, and
Okay,
you're
well,
not allowed. All of
tell-
these are
let's
not
tell-
allowing me. She's recording me.
different. Yeah, we're,
Oh,
Actually, I
oh,
would like your
okay.
name. What's your last name?
I don't want to give my name.
well, you're going to have to because you've been committing an offences. So
What offence? Recording?
Well, they've already asked you to leave. You refused to leave, and there's been an argument take place here today.
There's no argument. They're trying to argue with me. There's no argument. No, I've come out. There's nothing wrong here. Don't try and change the charge on me.
Are you refusing?
I will
to
leave.
state
No,
your details?
look,
Because
I will
if you
leave.
refuse to
I
state
will.
your details, then you will be arrested for failing to state your name and
What?
address. That's a different offence. So you've been trespassing.
Why do you need
here
my
today.
name now?
Because you've already committed an offence, and you've
What's
also told
the
me.
offence?
You've also just told me I'm going to trespass again. You're like, give me the trespass. Give me the trespass. I'll do the trespass.
What's the offence? Oh, because you can't give me the trespass. Now you want to get me for not giving my name, and that's not even legal. It's not legal.
So
Listen.
you've already trespassed, mate. All right, that's one. Okay.
Yeah. Where's the thing? Can you give it to me, please?
It's a proof of evidence, mate. You go to court over it. It's not a ticket.
It's
You go
not a
to court
ticket.
over it. No.
You're not going to give me anything now.
No.
Will I receive something in the mail?
Well, this depends on how you want to play this out. How do you want to spend the rest of your day?
I just want to follow the law. That's what I
Then
want
follow
to
the
do.
law. Then follow the law.
That's not lawful. That's not a lawful sign.
Okay.
Victorian
Mate,
law
what we're
says
doing-
I can
what-
record in
What we're
public.
doing now is going around in circles and circles and circles. And
Well,
I can
'cause
see-
you're not-
and I can
you're
see that
not-
we're just going to keep on doing
You're
this.
you're law
Okay.
enforcement, but you're trying to enforce their feelings. He said to me, "I don't feel comfortable with you
Mate, there's a big-
recording."
There's a big sign there saying they don't want you to record. All right. If you want your pamphlet, go and get your pamphlet and leave.
I want to record it.
You can't do that.
Look, all right. I want the trespass. Do I have to give my name to get the trespass?
Yeah.
You sure about that? It's on camera. If you're lying to me, do I have to give you my name to get the trespass? It's on camera.
What do you mean? What do you mean you want the trespass?
Because I want to sue you for taking my rights away. I should be allowed to bloody walk in there, and I want other people to walk in there and record their interactions with the government. That's all it is.
Okay,
I want to sue
what are
you.
you going to do from here from now?
Oh, once you give me the trespass, I'll go.
What do you mean give us a trespass? We're going to give you a trespass, mate.
Whatever. Are you going to...
So what I want to do now is one of two things. Either I can get you the pamphlets and you can go home and leave, or you can just leave. What do you want to do?
All right, I will say that the police out in the UK, the police in Australia, my opinion, they have a no-nonsense attitude. I like it. I truly do like it. Now, I understand our police force out here in the United States, they want to, you know, give us a little more respect, give us a little more leg room or whatever. But certain things, if you know the individual that you're dealing with, like such as these frauditors, you know that they're out there abusing what they're doing, that they have no good intentions. That's it, man. You don't give in. You don't, you know. Again, I say this guy, the officers are giving this guy too much conversation as well. I'm not, again, I don't want to sound like I'm being an ass because, like I said, all of these guys here, all of these frauditors, be it the U.S., Australia, UK, regardless that we all don't appreciate what they are doing, we also don't want to see their rights violated, okay? If they have good intentions, I think we could tell. I think we all are old enough or grown up when we could tell an individual when they're doing something with good intentions, okay? This guy right here, I honestly feel that he's just out here to do this shit to make money, to make a video to make money, okay? Looking for that YouTube fame as well as the YouTube money, okay? I don't know. Somehow you can tell the difference between somebody who's doing something because they believe in what they're doing and then somebody who's doing something for the money and the fame. Okay, and I have not come across, oh yes I have, in the U.S. here, I've come across what do you call Ironton Auditor, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, out in Ohio. He's the one frauditor that I've noticed, he works with police. I mean, damn it, this guy is good. I like that. He works with his local police. Now, it's the, you know, the unfortunate thing is, as good as he is, and he's a frauditor, damn it, you would think he'd be up high with the subscribers and shit like that. No, his videos don't get that much views. His subscribers is somewhere around my status or whatever. He's low on the totem pole, just like I am, okay? And that's the kick in the ass. Somebody who should be getting the damn views, somebody who should be getting the respect. The guy works with police. I've seen a few of his videos. Police, after they're done with the whoever they pulled over, whatever, damn it, they go to this guy and, hey, yeah, we pulled him over for this, and yo, that is respect, man. I love that guy. I mean, really, that is respect. He has a good, I don't know what they would call a rapport. You know, he interacts with police in a good way. And what's the main thing? It's to keep the community, the neighborhood safe and all that, and keep them informed. Okay? Hey, that's what it's about, no? Okay, so these other frauditors that they say they're out there doing shit for Rogue Nation and Rice Krispie, Sean, Long Island Audit, come on, it's all about them, all about how much they can make until this shit comes to an end. Okay, oh my God, I ain't gonna go there, but I've had conversations with Sean, and let's just say he's been putting his money away. He knows this shit is not going to last forever, okay? But that's a whole nother video. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys, because I love it. You'll see what happens at the end. Good results. I call it a good result. George, thank you once more for the video. And again, frauditors in Australia. They're all over the damn place, okay? All right, guys, so I'll see you guys in my next video, mates. Okay, mate?
So you're not going to trespass me. It's just going to be up in the air. I can't even sue you for anything. You're just going to come in and enforce his feelings.
I'm not enforcing his feelings.
You are enforcing it. That sign is
what
illegal.
am
I'm
I doing
allowed
right
to
now?
record in public, bro. I'm allowed to record. It's a Victorian human rights law.
That there is not actually public. It's a public area
It's
until
public.
they ask you to leave. Okay, they can ask you to leave. This
They
area
can't ask me
here,
to leave. I paid
this
for
area
this
here
building.
is public. Okay, this is a private structure. This here is a private structure.
It's
They're
not
allowing the
on.
members of the public.
If you're going to stop me from recording in there, I want to trespass. He's not allowing me to go in there. They're not allowing me to go in there. I want to trespass. If you're not going to allow me to go in there,
about this is nothing new right now.
if you're not going to allow me to go in there and record, I want to trespass. I'm going to sue all three of you.
What's your last name?
Are you going to give me the trespass?
What's your last name?
Are you going to give me
What's
the
your last
no?
name?
You have to answer.
Offsider's on the phone to the sergeant.
I'm not giving my name until you tell me that you're going to give me the trespass. Because then you're just going to walk away, you got my name, and I'm still got nothing. You should call your supervisors. They probably know. You can't enforce feelings. That's his feelings. It's a public lobby. I'm allowed to record my government. I pay for this building. He just told me this is a private building.
I've already explained it to you.
It's government. There's no way.
Until you ask me.
You can't ask me to leave. I'm not breaking the law, though. I'm doing everything by the book. I pay for the building. I've come in here as an honest citizen. I didn't say anything to anyone. I walked around quietly, filming, and then he came up to me and asked me to leave. That's what happened. And that took 2 minutes. I recorded for. That's not. They're infringing my rights. It's not fair. You're going to get sued. He's refusing me to get water. He got me 1 cup of water after about 5 minutes of me asking for it, and then it was only half a cup. He's bringing me that. About 10 minutes later, I asked him for another cup of water. He goes, "No, I can't get you one."
You can get water from other places. You don't need it.
Yeah, well, they rang the cops. I didn't want to leave. I don't want you guys chasing me. Do you have water in the car or something?
Sorry?
You have a bottle of water in your car?
We don't have a car. Yeah.
Can you, sir, please go and get me a cup of water? Just please, just one more.
Not another one, sorry, sir.
You say?
It's not his responsibility
They're
to
the
get
government.
your water. You can go and get your own cup of water.
Unbelievable. It's not his responsibility. He's stopping me, infringing my rights, stopping from entering a building. They locked the building down. They stopped access to the public for a camera. That door was, no, it's locked. Check it. It's locked. They have to open it from here. That was open when I walked in. They told me specifically that we've stopped it for you because we don't want you to record in it. It's ridiculous. It's a government building. I was in the public areas. You watch what your supervisor will say. You watch what your supervisors will say. Yeah, he's wrong. He's all wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Victorian Human Rights Act, Section 5, I think it says, you're allowed to record in public regardless of frontiers.
Section 5? What's Section 5?
I don't know, but it's Victorian Rights and Responsibilities Act.
Human Rights Charter?
Yeah.
Starts at Section 9.
Oh, Section 9 then. Might have been Section 9 or 12. But yeah, it's in there. We're allowed to record in public regardless of frontiers. Now, I came in here, if I didn't have the camera, they wouldn't have said nothing. I was in there for 2 minutes. I was going to stay a few minutes more and leave, yeah? As a taxpayer. I've come in there just because I had the camera. No, you got to leave. You got to stop your recording now. That's against the Victorian Rights Act. You know it is.
You might be infringing other people's right to privacy if you're filming something and you get their data on film. You're infringing
That's, if I share that, then that's the crime. For me to capture it, it's just like I can see it with my eyes. You can't do nothing because I'm seeing it with my
Are you
eyes.
going to share it?
If I share sensitive information, that's a crime.
Right, mate. Yep. So yeah, you were asked to leave multiple times by the building manager and the building security as well, okay? And you did refuse to. I believe it's also in your recording.
Yep.
So you are going to have to give your details to my colleague here. If you refuse to give your details, you have to tell us your name and address. If you refused, then you will be arrested for refusing to state your name and address. So what do you want to do? Once you do that, once you give us your details, we're going to walk away and leave. And if you want to stay out here, you're
Can you
more
call
than
your
welcome to stay here.
supervisor?
Yep, I certainly did. Yep.
Can you call him here? I want to
he's busy.
speak to your supervisor.
No, you don't need to. You're speaking to me.
So
you
I
can
don't have
either-
the right to ask for your supervisor?
This is there's no law for that, mate. You're speaking to me. So right now, you can stay here and you can record at the front, do whatever you want at the front. It's not a problem. If you go back inside, then I'll arrest you for trespassing.
You'll arrest me for trespassing.
Yeah, 'cause you
so
continue
right
in the
now,
offence.
I have to go by your word that I'm trespassed. I don't have nothing in my hand.
No, I'm going to get a statement from these two gentlemen if I need. Okay,
So
they've told me that
can you give me the
they've asked to leave.
trespass?
So what now you need to do now is state your name and address to my colleague here. We'll start with your surname first.
So what's that going to accomplish? You're going to trespass me with that
No,
name?
right now, I don't have to charge you with an offence, but I believe you've committed an offence, and because I believe you've committed an offence, you have to state your name and address. That's all you need
What's
to
the
do.
offence?
State your name and address, mate. I'm not going to keep going through this over and over.
What's the offence?
What's your surname?
Trespassing.
Yeah, what's your surname? I'm not going to give you any more leeway. I've given you way too much time as it is. I'm not going to keep stuffing around. If you don't tell me your surname and then followed by your first name, your date of birth and your address, I will arrest you.
For recording.
For failing to state name and address. What's your surname?
For recording, that's the
What's your surname?
Yeah, I'll give you my ID. You just better send the trespass. Are you going to send me the trespass before I give you this ID?
You don't need to.
Oh, well, I'm not going to give you ID. If you're not sure, send
Okay,
me
then
the
you're going to be
trespass.
on arrest for failing to state name and address.
Well, look, arrest me.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands.
Behind your back.
Right. I can't believe it.
I'll grab your phone, thank you.